Hi everyone. In the last class, we discussed about e-business and in that B2B business, B2C business, etc. Okay. And today we are going to see online transaction. What is online transaction? Okay. So you can see that three things there: registration, placing an order, then payment mechanism. Okay. The first one is registration. So maybe all of you are familiar with online transactions or online buying. So first, if you wanted to buy something, you have to register in their websites. Okay. So before online shopping, one has to register with the online vendor. Vendor means seller by filling up a registration form. Registration means that you have an account with the online vendor. Among various details that you need to fill in, and a password will be given. Okay, then the shopping cart, your account and shopping cart are password protected. Then otherwise, anyone can log in using your name and shop in your name. So this can be avoided. Then second one is placing an order. So you can pick and drop the items in the shopping cart. Then shopping cart is an online record of what you have picked up while browsing the online stores. Okay. Then after being sure of what you wanted to buy, you can check out and choose your payment options. So next about payment mechanism or payment options. So first one is cash on delivery. The name itself says that cash on delivery. When the goods are delivered, you are paying cash. Then the second one is check. Alternatively, the online vendor may arrange for the pickup of a check from the customer's end. So upon realization, the delivery of goods may be made. Realization means when the vendor or the seller receives the cash, then only the delivery of goods will happen. Next is net banking transfer. So this means modern banks provide to their customers the facility of electronic transfer of funds over the internet using immediate payment service, that is IMPS, immediate payment service, or NEFT, or RTGS. Okay. Next is credit or debit card. Again, it is very familiar. What is a debit card or credit card? So popularly referred to as plastic money. These cards are the most widely used medium for online transactions. In fact, about 95% of online consumers are executed with online transactions are executed with a credit card. Okay. Here you can see the first diagram is producer, wholesaler, retailer and consumer. This is how normally the selling was happening. The producer will be producing goods, wholesaler and retailer we learned in internal trade. Okay, wholesaler will be getting goods or buying goods from producer in bulk quantity. Then the wholesaler will be giving to the retailer and retailer will be selling to the consumers. Okay, but in the online transactions or e-commerce or e-business, the wholesaler is not there because the consumers can buy directly from producer or even retailers are buying directly from producer, then selling to the consumers. Hope you understood. When there is an online transaction happened, so consumers and retailers are avoiding wholesaler, they are directly buying from the producer. The retailer is avoiding wholesaler and directly buying goods from producer, and in some other case consumers are even avoiding retailers and all wholesalers and directly approaching the producer for goods. Next topic is outsourcing. Okay, now it is very common topic. So outsourcing refers to a long-term contracting out generally the non-core or late even some of the core activities to captive or third-party specialist with a view to benefiting from their experience, expertise, efficiency and even investment. That means the company will be contracting out. It will be a long-term contract, not for one day or 1 week. It will be a long-term contract to a third party, somebody from outside the company, to the third party, not always the main business but the non-core activity. That means not the main business. Okay, other business activities will be contracting out to the third parties. And now we will see why outsourcing is required. Okay, what is the need of outsourcing? One is focusing of attention. Next is for better excellence, then to cost reduction, then growth through alliance, etc. And Philip to economic development. Okay, so all these are the need for outsourcing. Okay, the first need is, or the importance is, focusing of attention. So every business engages in number of processes, right? Like purchase, production, marketing, sales, research and development, then accounting and finance, etc. HR administration. Then the firm needs to redefine themselves sometimes. Okay, so they have to consider as they have to known for a marketing business or into manufacturing business. If they are into mainly marketing, then they have to give more focus on marketing or sales of the goods. Then the production and all they have to give to the third party. Or if they are mainly into manufacturing or production, then about the sales, then all the other things, marketing and all, they have to give it to a third party. This is about focusing of attention to the core business. Okay, next is quest for excellence. Outsourcing enables the firm to pursue excellence in two ways. One, they excel themselves in the activities that they can do the best by virtue of limited focus, and then they excel by extending their capabilities through contracting out the remaining activities. They excel by extending their capabilities through contracting out the remaining activities to those who excel in performing them. So, likewise, I said, if you wanted to know as a manufacturing organization, then you have to give more focus on manufacturing. Then you have to think about someone who is, or some organization who is really excel in marketing business. So give your marketing of your product to the third party who is really excellent in that. Then you no need to think about marketing. You are fully concentrating on your manufacturing or production. Next is cost reduction. Division of labor and specialization besides improving quality reduces cost also. Okay, here you are dividing your labor, right? Manufacturing, if it's only manufacturing, you are forgetting, not completely forgetting, but still less stress on marketing. So then you will be totally concentrating into manufacturing. So it will improve your quality and effectiveness and efficiency. So it automatically reduces your cost. Now about all these are about the outsourcing. Okay, so contracting out to the third party your non-core business activities. Sometimes the core activities too, not all the times. So in this fifth unit, emerging modes of business, we have seen e-business, in that B2B business, B2C, intra-B, C2C business. Then about online transactions, in that how you are doing the online transactions. Then at the end, we have seen what is outsourcing and why outsourcing is required. Hope you all understood this one. Thank you.